everyone, and welcome to this first of what we hope is many
very first
video diaries for the Object Saga films, and
in its various guises.
Yes, in its various guises. And today we decided to not start at the beginning of the films, but to start at chronological order. For two reasons. One, it's obviously the first in the timeline, so with us you can go as we talk about the film and how we made it and where it fits in the timeline. And two, it's the first one that features me as Jack Harper. So
hooray!
That's it. So shall we get on with it?
Go on, onwards and upwards.
Okie dokie, let's play. NickeRMel pictures. Oh, it begins.
Are you excited?
With the object theme. Now, obviously, the beginning of this, I did a test film like the year before in 2010 called Snow, where it was absolutely snowstorm. So I filmed a load of footage in snow, and there was a shot in that where I walked through the snow. And when it came to 2012, when we made this, I ended up coming up with the idea of using that footage and connect it into this universe. And
didn't we have an attempt once, but the snow disappeared and we had to use ice out of the fridge to make the snow up?
Yes. The shot where Frost, who you're seeing at the beginning of the film, we added him in later to the story, so him with the snow is not there at all. So the bit where I'm just kneeling down now,
that bit.
That's the bit with ice we took out the freezer, because obviously when we shot the snow short film it was supposed to be just the snow, but when we came back in 2012 to make this proper film, and he's pulling out the gun now, a little bit of lore about that, we decided to add him into the snow, and then obviously it never snowed again for various years, so we had to use the ice to kind of fake it to make it look like it was part of the scene. And Frost at the moment is played by you and me, so the eyes are you and the mouth is me. So we wanted to keep a bit ambiguity with Frost, because we haven't chosen an actor to play him. I know who he is and where he is in the lineage of a character,
but he is related anyway.
He is related to a character, but that hasn't been revealed yet, so we won't talk about that. And here I am,
Hooray.
The first ever shot of Jack Harper, my magnum opus character, shall we say. Now this is a shot from Snow, which I later decided to continue on with when we made Frost. And we were supposed to pick this up in Snow again, but it never happened. But we had a really, really foggy night, so we thought, well, if the object can change time and reverse it, maybe it could alter reality. So we added it into the context that...
And used that as part of the story.
So Mr. Myers finds the object on the floor, and reality kind of shifts, and now it becomes foggy, and there you are, looking a little younger.
A little younger.
Do you want to talk about anything about the film?
No, you carry on. I'll talk about things when they come along.
Oh look, there's you with the object. This is technically the first time you've got it.
The object.
Do connect to this scene again in Object Legacy.
The first time you actually see it properly, to see what it is. Yeah,
exactly. In this film, we don't like with Object, Fear Inside and Listener, we kind of hide the object in the film until right at the end, and it's almost a twist to reveal and it's connected. But this one, because it's first in the timeline and it's almost a prequel to everything to set it all up, we thought it would be straight away in your face, here's the object, this is the kind of almost the ripple effect from this point, everything else happens. So that was the establish. This is where Jack kind of wakes up from his trance, and I wanted to establish almost straight away Jack can notice these reality shifts as well. But why is that? Why does he notice these weird reality shifts? And
when other people wouldn't notice.
Exactly, and that will be a question that will be sort of answered later in the line.
And asked a few times as well.
And obviously the bits with Frost and you with finding the object, we do connect to again in Object Legacy. We do flashback to that scene, and we do refilm some of these scenes because it did eventually snow again, so we did redo some of these scenes for Object Legacy, the big film. And obviously here's the massive fog, and we're going to get to the point now where it's me arriving at the house to deliver a letter.
A and I pass you, or is that after?
That's after the scene. This is where I'm delivering the letter to the Myers household.
Is it to say that Andrew has got his job?
Yes, it is. This is kind of setting up the businessman, because around this time it was still only going to be 4 films. It was supposed to be Object, Fear Inside, Listener, and then Object 2. But we had trouble casting Listener for a really, really long time, so I decided to almost spin off of the ideas, make another short film to fill the gap, and then I came up with the businessman. But then I thought I'd make a film to set up the businessman, and that's this and The Unit I Like.
There we go.
And here we are. The two icons meet. And they both something strange. And as you're pondering on it, you touch the object, and it kind of almost makes you forget what you're thinking about.
Nothing strange.
Like it's taking you over.
And also that I'm hiding it a bit from you.
Because you obviously have found this thing that you've become entranced with, and you're almost hiding the fact of that. And I just wanted to sow the seeds.
And hiding the fact that I've noticed the change as well.
Because in real life, this is 2 years after The Fear Inside. So, but in timeline-wise of the film, this is only like a couple of days before The Fear Inside. Because from this point, who's just about to arrive now, Carl, the next night he will be meeting up with his friends to set up the businessman. But not only on that night, we're setting up The Fear Inside as well, when Andrew and Jonathan go missing. So
it's also complicated. You're confusing me already, and I know the story.
Well, that's the thing, my films are confusing, so you've got to pay attention to all the details.
That's my car.
That's your
my old car that I loved.
And there's Rob. Bit of inspired casting, you'd say, because you came up with an idea that we won't mention at the moment.
Of course not.
Because I was basically, at this time, I was building out the world. I wanted to introduce characters, because at this moment I'd figured out I wanted to connect the Warriors world with the Object world. So that's where Jack, Carl and Jonathan, to some extent, came in from that Warriors world and into this world. So I wanted to set up the Warriors in some way, and Carl was the perfect opportunity to kind of introduce that world of these mysterious monster hunters. And there's the famous tattoo that may or may not be based on the Mason logo. We won't go onto that too much. And that's your hand, actually, because we filmed my side of this scene first because we hadn't cast Rob straight away, so we filmed my bits, and then we got Robin, and then we filmed his bit with the long shot with both of us in.
Do you know, you're talking to him so much that I don't think anybody can hear any of the dialogue whatsoever.
Well, that's the point of a video commentary. Or
I'm not criticising, I'm just saying.
Is you're supposed to live your insight into the film. Now, obviously, there's quite important dialogue here, but you can't hear it because we're talking over it.
Well, this will be louder when you show it.
Oh yeah, of course. And he's talking about the snow, and obviously Carl is almost. I'll lay out a spoiler right now. Carl knows that the weather's changed randomly, because he has the gift as well, shall we say? But he doesn't know that Jack has the gift. So he's kind of almost questioning him and probing him, and maybe this gives him the idea to recruit him in the business. I mean, they are best friends at the time, so he does want him with him. But this is setting up the fact that not only is their friend group going to be get together for a while after Carl being away for a year, but we're setting up Andrew getting this job working with Jack and Jeffrey, who will be the main character of Object Legacy. And as this narration kind of kicks over, we're now going into you going home, opening the door and finding the letter, setting up the big thing, because the reference to the job has been since The Fear Inside. Like when you pat his back and go, "I'm so proud of you."
That's right. Which was filmed at my flat.
Yes, it was. Yes. And we filmed quite a few bits at your flat, even before, just before we left. We did some of the scenes for Object Legacy, which you'll hopefully soon see. And we got a little audio commentary from Mother, and then we have a little bit of archive audio from you and Harvey from Fear Inside here. The whole very proud of you discussion.
It's like an echo of the conversation that you see later on.
Because I think, ironically, this is one of 2 films that Harvey isn't actually in, even though the main star of the franchise. because we wanted to just really start setting up this world with these short films, introducing these characters, and just didn't get a chance to kind of fit him into this role. But he obviously comes into this storyline much later in The Businessman. So what did you think so far? I mean, not that you could hear it, I was talking too much, but
that's fine. It's longer than I remembered it.
Really?
Yeah.
What, looking back at it, what would you? Is there anything you'd change?
I don't think so. No. I mean, occasionally the volume's a little quiet in places, but I mean, we can always improve that. And also, for this particular scheme, we don't need it to be. So,
well, I did have, and this is obviously something. If we ever do an extended cut of The Businessman, I was contemplating originally sticking this and You Know What I Like together, because they are literally a day apart.
Yeah,
this is the evening, and then the next morning is You Know What I Like.
I think it works better separately.
And then that evening is The Businessman. But you think director's cut of The Businessman, just kind of get that journey of the five friends connecting. Shit.
How many did you say?
3 friends.
3? Or was it 5? Or was it 6?
Just different friends.
13 of them.
Yes, 13. So yes. Obviously we got a bit of the music from The Fear Inside, but made by the incredible Andrew Fights, who did the music for The Fear Inside. And Jack will return in The Businessman.
Will he now?
And maybe we'll get a sneak peek of The Businessman. I forgot about this, actually.
Oh, you did a preview in this?
Yeah, I had a little sneak preview of The Businessman, because obviously we made...
So that's even longer than I thought. Yeah, even longer.
As soon as we kicked off The Businessman, we in the space of between 2012 and 2015, we made Frost, we made You Know What I Like, Businessman, and began Object Legacy. Obviously that stalled in the end, but here we are with this big kind of... This was my kind of me trying to jump on the Marvel train of having a post-credit scene and setting something up, and we may do that again later down the line, we may not. I no comment. But yes, this is Jack finding out something about Carl, because he's going to look for Carl. His room's abandoned, but there's a weapon in there. And there we go.
More than one weapon, in fact.
Yes. And that's the end.
I enjoyed that. It was good fun.
It was good fun.
Yeah.
So, any final thoughts?
No, not really. Yeah, it's just as you say, setting it up. And it's not giving too much away, but you got the atmosphere.
Yes, I know what you mean. Like, you've got... I always envisioned this when I made it to kind of like be the beginning point, to kind of, have somebody the viewer to go, oh, everything stems from this, and I think this achieves it. And while if I do an extended cut of The Businessman, this would definitely be the new beginning of it. Well, maybe this mixed with, the future scene where Jack's being interrogated, so instead of flashing to the pub scene, we flash to this instead, and then it goes to You Know What I Like, and then to The Businessman. We'll see.
Sort of backwards and forwards-ish.
Yes.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So that was our video commentary for Frost.
And I hope you liked it.
I hope you enjoyed it. Yes, I'm very thankful for everyone that was part of it. Obviously you, me, Rob, Mother, Laurence, obviously Harvey, fantastic cast, fantastic crew, and obviously the musicians. We've got Andrew Veit, who did an amazing score for this film. Obviously later down the line we've got Dan Holland for The Businessman, so it'll be exciting to watch those films and see them come through. So thank you very much for watching. Hopefully we'll have some more insights.
Yeah, and we'll have another one with you really soon.
Yes, we will either decide to do Frost or The Object next. We shall see.
We've done Frost already.
Oh no, yeah, that's true. We'll do The Businessman or The Object of The Fear Inside next, so we'll see. Probably The Fear Inside.
I thought you wanted to do them in chronological order.
Well, technically chronological order, it would be You Know What I Like, and then Fear Inside, or Fear Inside / Businessman. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. Cheers for now. Bye guys.
You'll bother to get it right now.